Great day. Now, we got something crazy going on. CNN is actually praising Trump. Praising Trump. Who would have thought we would see more praise from CNN about Trump even after the whole Epstein situation? I'm a little bit surprised. At the same time, I'm not surprised. You can't hide the truth. How long can you hide the truth for? They're praising his amazing job with tariffs. The numbers don't lie. He brought $7 trillion into the country in a short amount of time. $7 trillion. More than $7 trillion. And they like to say, oh, Trump spent $7 trillion in his first term. That's more than Obama spent. Blah, 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 blah. Trump just made $7 trillion in 6 months. They like to say, oh, Trump's going to put us in more, 3 trillion more, 4 trillion more national debt. 3 or 4 trillion? He just brought in $7 trillion. Trump just brought in $7 trillion. That's right, Johnny. That's right. Trump, MAGA, MAGA. CNN can't lie anymore. Trump is winning so much. He is winning so much. Even CNN cannot deny that the tariffs are indeed working and bringing a lot of money into the country. A lot of money. I'm not even counting the actual profits and stuff like that. I'm just counting the trade deals. We got $7 trillion. Hey, welcome in, Peter. $7 trillion. $7 flipping trillion. More than $7 trillion. It actually might be $8 trillion now. My number might... There's too many deals. There's too many deals going on. There's too much money going on. It's hard to keep up with how much is coming. But more than $7 trillion. Guaranteed. $1.3 trillion just with this EU deal. $750 billion the EU will invest to buy our energy annually. And another $600 billion for direct investment into the United States. Now, isn't that one hell of a deal? This might be known as the best trade deal in history. And CNN knows these are some of the best trade deals in history. CNN knows it. The liberals' favorite news media. Remember the people that hated Trump during 2016 so badly they had to make all these fake stories up against them? Russia, Russia, Russia with Barack Obama. Hit the like, subscribe button. CNN can't even lie about how good Trump is doing. No one can lie. Let's drink a little bit of Coca-Cola, though. Hell yeah, I like that. Trump is the GOAT. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Trump is bringing in so many trillions. CNN can't even lie. He should be called the first trillionaire president. Trillionaire. Let's get some caffeine going in my body. Some caffeine going in my body. Because you know what? 7 trillion. 7 trillion. I actually think this one is cane sugar. Here, let's see. Let's find out. I won't lie to you guys. I have no clue. But this is a European Coca-Cola. This one is specially lime Coca-Cola. So I'm guessing it's probably... If anyone knows if European Coke is cane sugar, let me know. Hell yeah, I gotta piss them off because CNN can't lie. CNN cannot even lie about Trump anymore. They admitted his tariffs are doing a great job. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Democrats will finally admit, well, the tariffs are actually doing great, but Trump's still a fucking R-word, a grapist. The tariffs are doing amazing. You know, he brought in $7 trillion in 6 months, but he's still on that list. Maybe they'll finally admit that Trump is doing a great job economically. But they'll still whine, lie, and complain about Trump. Hit that like, subscribe button. Trump is doing an amazing job. CNN isn't even talking too much shit right now. Just yesterday, just last night, they said, oh, Trump's tariffs. We can't lie. They're bringing in a lot of money. They're bringing in a lot of money. Turns out Trump is making America great. Yep. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want me to discuss, read out loud. As always, drop some super chats. Ask your favorite news outlet why CNN is praising Trump for bringing $7 trillion into the country. $7 trillion. $7 trillion. Guys, if tariffs are so bad, and if the country that puts them on pays them, then why do other countries put higher tariffs on us first? Why do other countries put higher tariffs on us first? 7 trillion. Whoa. 7 trillion. No, you were banned for talking shit because you have Trump derangement syndrome. And I didn't ban you anyway. It's the moderators. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming in. The stock market is, oh no, I'm so upset. The stock market is at all-time highs again. God dang it. God dang it. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city? What state? You got no evidence, you got no proof. But you know what we do have proof of? Trump freeing and helping missing kids. Double tap that like, subscribe. Let me know where you guys are coming from. They don't want to admit that Trump brought in $7 trillion with these tariffs. If they would have turned on their favorite episode and their favorite show, CNN, then they could have seen what tariffs really are. But instead, they're playing MSNBC. Turn on that CNN and listen to them praise Trump on his tariffs. The stock market is way up since last year. Way up. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, drop some super chats. Let me show you guys something since you're talking shit already. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, that's right. $500 billion. Japan. Look, CNN admits they were wrong about President Trump's tariffs. Says they seem to be working. I thought these tariffs didn't work. I thought they were a disaster to the American economy. No, I literally watched a video on CNN. I watched the full video on CNN. This is just a screenshot to show you guys. CNN admits they were wrong about President Trump's tariffs. Says they seem to be working. CNN, your favorite newscast, is reliable. It's reliable. If you guys want to see the video, instead of getting all ragey about it and upset, I'm not even trying to rage bait you. You're just having a mental meltdown that CNN is praising Trump about his amazing tariffs. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about and discuss, you can drop a super chat. None of it is a loan. I don't see anything about loan. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want me to read out loud. $500 billion investment into the USA from Japan. $500 billion. They're raking in the cash. Donald Trump has raked in over $7 trillion in investments into the United States. $7 trillion. An investment is not a loan, asshole. Do you not know what the word investment means? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Smash that like and subscribe button. They're investing directly into the United States. That means they'll have to hire United States employees. Amazing. Amazing, guys. Hit that like, subscribe button. We got a lot of comments coming in. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, discuss, all you got to do is drop a super chat. Shout out Georgia. If you guys got any questions, topics, anything you guys want to talk about, just let me know. Respect Trump from New Zealand. Amazing. We've already talked about Epstein a million bazillion times. If there's anything specific you want me to talk about, drop some super chats. We can talk about whatever you like. Food and retail prices are down. Gas prices are down more than $1 since last year. Amazing. Let me know where you guys are coming from, by the way. C. Phillips, they're not thinning out. They're coming more than ever. We're getting more views than ever. So cry about it. They ain't thinning out. Every single day, up, 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 up. I know you see the subscribers going up, and I know you're crying about it. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you guys want to talk about anything tariff related, let me know. Just like Trump's economy and just like the money that Trump is making, it's going up, 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 up. It's a vertical line graph up. That's why they're crying about it. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, drop some comments, drop some super chats. They all will be read out loud. Double tap that screen. We got 278 people in here and only 6 likes. I know you're all not Diddycrats. You're not Diddycrats, guys. I know some of you are MAGA in here. I know we got some MAGA in here. You love watching me. That's why you watch me every day. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city? What state? Hell yeah, MAGA. If there's anything specific you guys want to know, any good questions? You know it's cooked when CNN admits Trump's tariffs are working. If you guys got any questions, requests, it's real simple. Real simple like this. Real simple like this. If there's anything you want to say, drop a super chat. Scotland. Shout out Scotland. Philadelphia, PA, Trump. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Apparently, CNN finally understands economics. Hello, Dublin. If there's anything specific you want to talk about, if you spam the chats, you will just simply be removed. But if there's anything you actually want to talk about, you can drop a super chat. You can drop a super chat. Because we already talked about Epstein a million times. We're not going to give 3,000 hours of content and talking in circles. But if you actually care so much about Epstein and you want to talk about something, drop a super chat. I'm only answering super chats if it's something I've already talked about a million freaking times. And Zach, that's misinformation. Misinformation. Every single episode, people drop super chats. You guys aren't special. If you have any questions, any comments, drop some super chats. Look, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. CNN admits it. CNN finally admits it. They finally admit it. They finally admit the truth. America is winning. The channel is winning. All the prices are down. CNN, your favorite news network. America is winning. Trump is winning, and I am winning. Winning, winning, winning. Winning, winning, winning. The majority of America voted for Trump, and they'd vote for him again. What's up? What's up? Winning, winning, winning. It's working. Thank you, President Trump. It's working. CNN is right sometimes. Sometimes they can't lie about the truth. And this is one of those times. This is one of those times CNN cannot lie. We're winning so much, not even the Communist News Network can hate on the capitalism we're creating. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's spectacular. This is about as left wing as it gets. Good morning. Have a blessed day. President Trump is winning, winning, winning. Even CNN can't lie about him when it comes to this shit. I'm winning, Kevin. I'm winning. Double tap that screen if you guys have any questions, comments, anything about these spectacular tariffs, any economic questions, any questions you want to ask about why, Epstein, Elon, anything relating to Trump, let me know. CNN is not centralist, but they are right when it comes to this. Now, don't mention this, CNN. You really screwed up. You're rage baiting. That's what they're going to say. They're going to start screaming at the CNN TV. They're going to start smashing their CNN. They're going to say, stop rage baiting. Stop rage baiting. That's what they're going to tell CNN next. That's what they're going to tell CNN next. Too bad CNN doesn't have a chat section. They're going to have to join CNN's YouTube live stream and say, you're rage baiting, CNN, and stop rage baiting. They're going to say, stop rage baiting. CNN, stop rage baiting. Stop rage baiting me, CNN. Stop rage baiting me. I know that the tariffs are working, but you're really making me angry. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Stop saying good shit about him. Stop lying. You're rage baiting me, CNN. You're rage baiting me. Both sides are bad. The government as a whole is failing. They are do the bare minimum for This is horrible grammar, sorry, but I appreciate the super chat. Maybe I'm an idiot, but they do the bare minimum for us, I think you mean to say. No one is winning. We are failing as human races. There is no left, there is no right. It's just us. Maybe we're failing as the human race because we have this huge divide between Democrat and Republican. And if we work together, we could do so much more, guys. If we just stopped hating on someone because of their political analysis, just because they like someone, just because they like one president over another, if we could just stop hating on each other because of that, we could work together so much and we could stop failing as a human race. I do agree with you a little bit, Lavender Angel, but I'm not going to say that I agree that America is doing too bad. We're doing quite a bit better than we did under President Biden. How many trillions of dollars did President Biden bring in? He didn't bring in 7 trillion in 6 months. Have a great day, YM. Have a great day. They did indeed say it. I watched the entire clip. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Lib trolls crying this morning. I guess they are. They really hate when CNN says good shit about them. We are winning every single day we're alive, Lavender Angel. Every single day. And I do agree, both sides are bad. The government isn't doing everything they should be doing. But every single day we're alive, we're winning, 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 winning. Fascist. This is exactly why we can't work together, Democrats and Republicans, because all the Democrats do is attack Republicans personally. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Liberal tears make me happy, but I don't attack liberals. I don't care if you voted for Harris. I don't like Harris. I don't like Biden. Probably just as much as you don't like Trump. But I ain't going to get all mad. I ain't going to try to call you names. I don't care about fighting you for your political bullshit. I don't care about none of that old shit. All I care about is America winning, 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 winning. And all I can say is we're winning a lot more now than under Biden. Yes, there's a lot more political divide, but we ain't here to make everyone happy. We ain't here to make everyone happy. But people will attack you because of this red hat or your political analysis or political opinions. Well, it's mostly the left because they've been taught, trained, and brainwashed to attack Trump supporters. You know, even there's a guy that doesn't like Trump in my Discord. He's a lawyer. Shout out Chris. This guy was acting so deranged yesterday. He said, well, I would argue that Trump derangement isn't real, but you're actually acting really, really deranged. So people like you are slowly changing the Democrats' minds, other Democrats' minds, to actually realize there is such thing as Trump derangement. Thank you. You're on the left, but you don't want to attack me because my red hat. Thank you. I love all of you guys. Even if you're dropping hate comments, you're getting angry at me, I still love you. Even if you're not even an American citizen, still love you. If you guys want me to talk about something specific, drop some super chats. Yes, Trump stopped the conflict with India. Epstein was Mossad. I love Trump, and Trump loves you. And by the way, guys, Trump is not freeing Diddy. Trump is not going to free Diddy. Where the hell do these rumors come from? It's like they'll say anything nowadays to get clicks and views. Alligator Alcatraz is amazing, my guy. It has AC. He has AC. It's really freaking good. It has beds. They're not sleep. The immigrants aren't sleeping on the floor like they were sleeping on the floor under President Obama and President Joe Biden. There's no more women and children sleeping on the floor in Alligator Alcatraz. They got some beds. They got blankets. It's nice and air conditioned in there. They get 3 meals a day. They're treated better than any other detention facility in Florida. It's the only detention center in Florida that has AC. Liberal tears bring joy to my heart. Well, you're on the right channel then. You're going to get a lot of joy to your heart if that's the case. A lot of joy to your heart. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want me to read out loud, you can drop some super chats. We will talk. We will discuss. And we can talk about whatever you like. They're not concentration camps. Concentration camps did not give you 3 meals a day. They starved the people there. That's an insult to the Jewish community. You should be shamed. Concentration camps did not have AC. Concentration camps did not have 3 meals a day. Concentration camps did not have doctors, nurses, lawyers, people to help you in all shapes and forms. This does not sound like a concentration camp. This stream is about how CNN admits they were wrong about President Trump's tariffs. They said they seem to be working. Go live there. I'm from Florida. My friend just drove by Alligator Alcatraz the other day. I think I will go live there at some point. But you know what he told me? He said, anyone that tries to escape this, they're definitely going to die. There's no chance. There's no chance of escaping. Not that many people even try to escape, but I'm just saying. It's not Auschwitz. Aren't you wearing a Trump hat in your photo? You are. Any questions? Any comments? CNN admits it seems to be working. The tariffs are amazing. $7 trillion. Harris isn't going to run in 2028. She's embarrassed. She got embarrassed. She couldn't even win a primary. Any evidence about what? If tariffs are so bad, if they hurt the person placing the tariffs, then why do other countries place higher tariffs on us first? Please, somebody answer. Any questions? Any comments? Anything you guys want to talk about? Drop some super chats. Let me know. Trump is not freeing Diddy. He's not pardoning Maxwell. He's not pardoning Diddy. Look this up on CNN. This will come up. CNN admits they seem to be working. Guys, I've been talking about Epstein for countless hours of content. If you want me to say anything specific about him, you can drop a super chat. Thank you for that gift, Jameson. It's working on bringing trillions of dollars into the economy. It's bringing American business back. I get thousands of comments. There's 726 people in here. I'm not trying to ignore anyone, but if there's something you want me to read out loud, talk about, discuss, You can drop a super chat. I've never ignored one super chat. It's highlighted. Everyone can see it. I can respond. But other than that, the chat is moving quickly. Trump's doing an amazing job. Alligator Alcatraz is something I'm specifically proud of, being from Florida. I love everybody. Even if you're an illegal citizen, I love you, but you gotta go back to your country if you entered illegally. He's not pardoning Diddy. He's not pardoning Diddy. Hit that like, subscribe button. I'm not rage baiting. It's just the red hat. Get over it. He's not going to pardon Diddy. He's not going to pardon Maxwell. Where the fuck did these rumors come from? Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Modi is already in charge of India. America is doing fantastic. Fantastic. Winning, winning, winning. From New Zealand and love Trump. Shout out New Zealand. The Jan Sixers did 4 years in prison. That was enough time. They didn't get charged with murder of anyone. And it was a political prosecution. By the way, guys, did you know ICE does their own warrants? They don't have judicial warrants. They have a different process for making their warrants. So that's a lie that ICE does not use warrants. They use warrants for everything, but they don't have judicial warrants. They have ICE warrants. And no American citizens have been deported. Unless they were kids of an illegal citizen and the parents requested it, of course. Other than that, no, none have been. South Park is hilarious. The next episode is going to be with what's that guy's name? What is that guy's name? Charlie Kirk. The next South Park episode, Cartman is playing Charlie Kirk. August 6th. Thank you, guys. The one thing I can't understand is how is there a whole organization called Queers for Palestine? Palestinians push queers off roofs, off buildings, and kill them. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city, what state. Slam the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe, guys. That is silly that some leftists support Hamas. It's insane. Free Palestine. From Hamas, of course. Trump has never been convicted of rape, but you can keep crying over there. Keep crying over there. Nope, not even civilly convicted of rape. 0 civil rape charges. And by the way, a conviction is different than being found liable. Conviction is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Liable is not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But it wasn't even for grape in the first place. Hit the like. Admission means you admitted to it. That's not what liable means. And that's not what admission means either. Stop slandering Trump. He is a great man. You guys haven't heard all these great stories about how Trump helped people. Trump let a homeless woman stay at his hotel. She was secretly living in one of Trump's hotels, and they discovered her, and she was doing really bad, and Trump said, all right, you can live here for either 5 years or until you find a job. And Trump sent her flowers every single day. Trump cares about the homeless. He is the only president that has now made an official bill to get these homeless people off the streets and in the treatment facilities. Trump is a great man. He's the only president that's helping the homeless veterans in LA. He's building he's switching up an entire LA Veterans Center to house 10,000 homeless veterans. LA isn't even taking care of their homeless veterans, so Trump has to come in and take care of the homeless veterans. Trump is the only one that cares about the homeless. Biden didn't even address the homeless existed. Obama didn't even address the homeless existed. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want me to read out loud, they're going like this. The comments are going like this. Thousands of comments. If there's anything you want me to talk about, discuss, just drop a super chat. I read all super chats out loud. Some early morning liberal tears. I don't need coffee. I don't need caffeine. The only thing I need for my energy is some of these tears. Because you got Trump for 3.5 more years. And CNN admits they were wrong about President Trump's tariffs. They seem to be working. Now they just need to admit that they were wrong about Trump and Epstein as well. Hit that like, subscribe button. Democrat fatigue. If you want me to break down any questions, comments, anything you want, super chats. We got a lot of requests. We got a lot of comments and questions. I can't get to them all. Otherwise, I would be here all day. I'm not trolling anyone. This is 100% serious. According to the Democrats, everything is owned by BlackRock. No one is trolling. The majority of American voters would still vote for Trump. It's not a win to be almost in a war. Weren't we almost in a war under Biden and every other president? It's not a win to be in the dark what the government is doing. Aren't we in the dark about everything the government has been doing for our entire lives? It's not a win when we can't decide as a group that there is a problem. It's because no one is deciding there's a problem as a group. We can decide it. We can do a new revolution if we wanted. I don't know what this is, but it is a win. I think you meant to say it isn't a win. I'm not saying the government is perfect. Obviously, we're in the dark. Obviously, we're almost in a war sometimes. But now, Trump has solved 4 or 5 wars. Depends what you count as a war, and it depends what you count as ending a war. But let's just say about 4. Trump has ended about 4 wars. How many wars did Biden end? 0. How many wars did Biden get involved with? 2, 3, 4? So we're not going to say it's perfect. Nothing is perfect. We're in the dark about a lot of things. There's a lot of global conflicts. But we can decide as a group if there is a problem. For instance, Nancy Pelosi's stock trading. We're deciding that it's a problem. I mean, we waited too freaking long. She ran up $300 million on our dumbasses. Sorry about my languages, but she ran up $300 million on us by insider stock trading. But finally, Congress is passing this new bill, the Nancy Pelosi bill. Now, hopefully, this bill gets passed. But Nancy and her friends are all paid off by her. They're all paid off by her. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, damn right I'm jealous of Nancy. She ran up $300 million by using government secrets and laws that are about to be passed. It's crazy. But I do really appreciate that, Lavender Angel. You have some good comments and questions, and I do appreciate those super chats. And you have some good things to say. Even if we disagree about some things, I hope that you hit the like button, subscribe, and I do appreciate you. I hope you have a great week. I don't like poverty, but I'm also intelligent enough to know that, communism, capitalism, there's no escaping poverty. The only way to escape poverty, in my opinion, is to work as hard as physically possible. If you take no days off, if you do everything right, it's almost impossible to do badly in life. It's like this. There's no one on this earth that eats, there's no man, there's no woman that eats right, that works out every day, that doesn't miss a single day of working out, training, eating right, and exercising, that isn't in great shape, isn't great physical shape. I'm not saying they're going to be Rocky Balboa or Mike Tyson, but if you're doing the right thing day after day after day, every single day, and you're consistent, consistency is key. If you're doing consistency every day, you might not be Hulk Hogan. I'm not saying you're going to be the best in the world, but if you work and you're consistent every single day, there's not a single person that's in bad shape. Now, this can go for anything. If you're trying to reach your goals and you're working at something every single day, it's impossible to lose if you're always doing the right thing. You're not slacking off. You're not missing a day. You're not being ignorant. It's just like if you work hard as possible, you work, it's impossible to lose. It's impossible to lose if you're doing the right thing day after day after day. You might not win right away. You might not see results from your workouts or whatever you're doing right away. But if you're consistent and you're doing the right things day after day, it's impossible to lose. Trump won and he keeps winning. Democrats are big mad. Hit that like, subscribe button. You want to see the clip? You can drop a super chat. I'll show you the clip. Other than that, I don't want to I don't want to show a clip that's going to make sure I can't play ads on my video, but that's why you got to drop a super chat, basically, because if I show this clip, I can't put ads on this video. Hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know where you guys are coming from. I love Trump and I love America. I would be doing this for free regardless. I love my channel. I love making YouTube content. All it is about is my love for America. Yes, I love Jesus. I'm sorry you lost your job, brother. There was 167,000 new jobs added last month. Maybe there'll be 200,000 jobs added in August. So maybe you can find a new job. This is a great time to find a great, new, big, beautiful job. I'm sure you will. Democrats can do their own research. Even if you show them the clip, they'll say it's a lie. I mean, this ain't even the first time CNN praised Trump this year. I'm starting to think that CNN is changing up because they're losing viewership. I thank God for Trump every day. I'm thankful for this live. God bless you. God bless you as well. Hope you have a great week. What's the best country in your opinion then? I'm curious. If you don't think America's the best country, what's the best country and why aren't you living there? I'm genuinely curious. 3.5 more years of the best president of the United States. Go live in China then. New Zealand? Oh, sorry, no. Japan? Japan is the best country. Their economy is crashing right now. Their currency is losing value. Way worse than the dollar is. And you think they're the best country? What do? Watch anime and like Asian chicks? Why do you think Japan is the best country? I mean, Japan is amazing, but I'm not going to get into talking about all these other countries' politics. All I'm going to say is high taxes, high cost of living. Japan is safe and it's clean. But there's plenty of other countries that are safe and clean that aren't facing multiple issues. But if you guys have any questions, comments, if you want me to talk about one country specifically or any of their politics or economic situations, I can. Just drop some super chats. Dubai is also safe and clean, and they have a growing economy and a very stable currency. But I probably would never live in Dubai because it's in the middle of the desert, and I don't like the weather. It's hot. And also, it's pretty, how do I say this? Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Out of all the countries you said that are the best, you could have said Dubai, you could have said Monaco, you could have said anywhere, but you said Japan. You don't have privacy anywhere. But I don't even know what you mean by you don't have privacy. Yeah, I've been to over 20 countries, Chloe. Bulgaria isn't clean? Bulgaria isn't clean. Switzerland is amazing too. Croatia is nice, but they joined the EU 2 years ago. And ever since then, even the Croatians don't like it. Poland! What am I trolling about? Is this red hat upsetting you? I love Italy. I've been there a lot of times. Is the EU bad? Yeah, it's mostly bad. There's a couple exceptions for this rule, of course. Poland that ignores a lot of the EU requests and standards. No, it's what you're saying. What do you mean what I'm saying? What am I saying? What is safe and clean? What are we talking about? Poland is the best. Shout out Poland. Didn't Mr. Rogers pass away? Can someone tell me, is Mr. Rogers still alive? America is great, but I'd rather live many other places. I stay because I'm caring for my elderly parents and working. My big problem recently in Atlanta is parking cost $100 for a show. I don't know what you mean by a show, but like a live concert, $100 in Atlanta. Holy Christ! And brother, you're a great man for taking care of your elderly parents and working. So I really appreciate that. I am on no substances. I don't even use tobacco. No nicotine in my system. No drugs. If anyone wants me to take a full drug test and post it live on camera, I will anytime, any day. Just drop me $100, $50. I'll show you that I have no substances. Zero substances in my body. No, not even some bullshit prescribed by the doctor. Not even some Adderall. Not even some antidepressant old bullshit. Completely drug free. Not even any legal drugs. Not even any prescribed drugs. Not even any medications. Not even ibuprofen. No drugs. Zero substances. And I'm not paid by Trump. If I was paid by Trump, brother, I would have a mansion and a Lamborghini. I'm not paid by Trump. And it's okay, Alfred. I'm sure one day you'll get to travel. Life is unexpected. Maybe next year you'll be in Japan. Or maybe in a couple years you'll be somewhere where you want to live. I'm fortunate enough to have lived in a couple other countries. All European countries. Demon rats only know how to personally insult because they have no real facts or policy ideas. This guy is a fanboy. Anyone that names their YouTube channel Euro and Travel is a fanboy. It's okay, you can lie and tell people that I'm on this or that, but that's a lie. I'm 110% sober. I rarely even drink a beer. Rarely. But then I'm going to have to get rid of this green screen. Well, Lavender, it doesn't sound like you would really care who was president. It doesn't sound if you care that Biden or Harris, you probably don't like any of them, which is more reasonable than specifically hating someone because of their political views. I'm a military brat. I've lived in Japan and Turkey. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Japan and Turkey are amazing. I've never been to Japan or Turkey, but I am going to go to Turkey, I think, this year, probably in October. My friend owns a house in Istanbul, so maybe I'll go there. I'm kind of interested to see what it's like, but I really like to go to places where, it's on the water, on the ocean, or on the seaside, stuff like that. Okay, cool. You think Trump is a piece of crap? Join the club. There's thousands of other people that join my live every day. But you didn't have to make it personal because I wear a red hat. That's kind of just sad to me. Yeah, I love Japanese food. And also, yeah, Japanese women. But yeah, the beautiful view in the background, guys. Who's hurting? I'm anything but hurting. I don't care, man. You don't gotta be sorry to me. Just be a little bit mature. You can keep your name, man. I don't give a damn about a name. You're not upsetting me. You've had that name for a couple live streams. But listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know, you named yourself after me, whatever. I don't really care about that because no one's going to believe your propaganda. But listen, make America great. It's starting now. Alfred, you support Trump? I'm curious. As I was saying, I don't care if you hate Trump, yada yada. You don't got to make it a personal attack against me. Euro and travel number 2. I love you. I don't care if you hate Trump or if you're a Democrat or liberal. You're still probably an American citizen. Even if you're not even American, I still love you. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have any hate to show you. Just because you're hating on me doesn't mean I'm going to be immature and hate on you. I don't know you to hate on you. And even if you continue hating on me, I'll still love you and support you. Well, I won't support you, but I will love you. Shout out England. Shout out England. But let's bring that green screen back, guys. Should we bring the green screen back, or do you like this better? What policies do I dislike about Trump? I don't like when Trump gives our money to other countries. Why wouldn't he support Trump? No green screen, huh? Okay. I love everyone. I don't only love myself. The only people I don't love are people that are, actually attacking other people and hurting them for no reason physically. How is this rage bait, brother? This is just a red hat. Calm down. Ice, yes, ice. Trump won and keeps winning. ICE is doing the Lord's work. I don't know why people act like ICE and deportation is something only specific to America. Every other country deports people if you enter illegally, including Mexico. If I go to Mexico illegally and start trying to get free benefits, they're going to kick me the hell out of there. How come in Mexico City they're protesting against the gringos, telling them to leave even though they came in legally? They came legally. Don't insult me, Democrats, please. Professional rage baiter. I prefer Lord Rage Baiter. No, I don't approve of that, but at the same time, I don't think taxing the rich is the key to any of this. If you tax the rich, they're just going to hire less people and keep more profits that way. Lord Rage Baiter, thank you. That's what I prefer. Lord. Not King Rage Baiter. Lord. Okay, here's a great comment. What do I think about the U.S. having to get rid of expired food? First off, not to downplay it or anything, but this food was not worth as much money as they liked you to think. This was $800,000 worth of food that the Biden administration bought. They never sent it to Afghanistan or Pakistan. Now it sits for a couple months under Trump, and it's his problem. This was Biden's problem. He should have shipped that food when he bought it. I think if a president buys food and the next president comes in office and it expires within a couple months, it's probably... We sent 60 million to Gaza last week. Let's not forget about it. But it's still getting distributed. We gotta get distributed across the Gaza. $800K is no type of money in terms of government money and spending. You're right. That's exactly my point. Biden did lots of deportations. It was not Trump's job to ship out this food. Biden had years to send this food. Biden had 4 long years to send this food. Man, Dami is horrible. But if you want me to talk more specifically about it, drop some super chats. Trump has stopped 4 wars. If you guys got any questions, comments, drop some super chats. We can get right into it. Bless me, bless me. Bless me. Ask a Cuban why socialist government sucks. Of course, Ali, I have manners. I think we should go back to the green screen, though. I prefer the way we were sitting. Is this for us? We will just continue to eat ourselves with greed, blind, and obedience. Will we ever find what they are keeping from us? Why do we praise the bare minimum? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Trump is MAGA. We are lied to, and we are told that's all they can do. I agree there. Praise the bare minimum? I thought we praised the rich, right? John Pork, you do realize 14-year-olds can legally work in Florida? Just saying. At 14 or 15, you can work at Publix in Florida. But I guess Pork Belly John doesn't realize that. Trump isn't perfect. He's made a lot of fuck-ups, and he's lied many times, like every president. They can work part-time, yes. Biden was a huge liar as well. So was Obama, so was Bush. I'm not praising the government. I'm just saying Trump is better than Harris. They do eat cats and dogs. The rich already pay more taxes. They need to pay less taxes. They didn't raise taxes on the poor. That's bullshit, by the way. There's no list on the internet that even tells you how much each president lied. And why does it matter if Biden lied 999 times and Trump lied 1,100 times? What is the difference? Why the hell does it matter? No, I'm pretty sure the rich pay more than 85% of all the taxes. Not 40% of all the taxes. The rich pay more in taxes than a middle class and the lower class combined. I hate to tell you. Yes, they do. One guy that makes $1 million a year pays as much as taxes as you will in 10 years. I hate to tell you that. Probably more than 10 years, maybe even 20 years. What are we talking about, Lavender Angel? If you guys have any other comments, questions, anything you want me to talk about in depth, anything you want me to go off on about, drop some super chats. They can also leave the country. That's the stupidest idea ever. Let's raise the taxes on the rich. That way they can all leave the United States and go to Dubai where there's 0% taxes. Great idea. Great idea. They're either going to use tax loopholes, pay little tax, or they're just going to leave. We live in a world now where it's impossible to not avoid, if you want to avoid taxes, you're going to avoid them. It's simple as that. If you're rich enough and you don't want to pay taxes, you won't pay taxes. It's simple as that. That's the world we live in now. It's not just the United States. No, they can be American. They just don't want taxation as theft. They don't want your favorite politician taking 60% of their money when they sacrificed and risked everything. I don't know how much Elon Musk paid in taxes last year. It is a good political argument. Do you have any idea how many countries they have options to go to with 0% tax? There's a lot of options to move their companies, corporations, where they pay 0% tax. Or even shell companies. Any good questions, comments? Drop some super chats. What intellectual questions? If you want me to not ignore your question, or if I miss your question, drop a super chat. I always read every single one out loud. Every single super chat out loud. I graduated from Trump University. This isn't the 1950s, 60s, or 70s. People have iPhones now. If they don't want to pay taxes, they can look up Dubai penthouse, click buy ticket, click buy apartment. 10, 12, 13 hours later, they're set up their company and home living in Dubai. This is not the 1950s, guys. You can set up a whole new life on your phone in 15 hours and be living there 15 hours later with your business, your house, your property, your new cars. This is not the 1950s, guys. You can create a new life for yourself if you have money like this. And there's no way anyone can stop you. Never had a crackhead paying my salary. Why are so many Democrats mad? Because they don't have money. It's unfortunate. You shouldn't be focused on hatred. You should be focusing on bettering your life. Eat the rich is pure jealousy. Yep. Never heard a person making a good income doing well for themselves say eat the rich. Assets are taxable. What are you talking about? Owning stock or property, those are assets. And they're both extremely taxable, at least in the United States. This guy doesn't even own any assets to be talking about. Assets can't be taxed. If you guys want to hear an honest, good, smart opinion on taxes, I think there should be a blanket tax across the board. Everyone should pay maybe 8%, 9%, 10%. Should be a flat rate tax. 10% maybe. I would like to see lower than 10%, but fine. Let's just say 10% for an example. Everyone can pay 10% across the board. And that would be fair. I don't agree in taxing the rich more. I agree every single income class should be paying a flat tax. And I also agree if you're making like under $20,000 a year, you shouldn't be paying any taxes. But we already have something like that. I think it's if you're making like under $15,000 a year, you don't pay taxes anyway. The government shows us what they want us to see. So how do you know that what they're saying is trustworthy or even just propaganda? I think a lot of the stuff the government says is propaganda. And I think it's mostly all untrustworthy. I never said I trusted the government. Those are the last people I would ever trust. That's why I consider myself a conservative. I'm against big government. I'm more against big government than Trump is. If I was president, I'm not just going to dismantle the Department of Education. I'm going to dismantle everything. I'm dismantling the IRS. I'm dismantling the ATF. I'm dismantling the FBI and the CIA. You don't want me for president. I would get more hate than Trump. Most likely. I read your comments out loud. What do you mean, just ignore you? A lot of what they say is propaganda. Lavender Angel, are you talking to me? I'm not ignoring you. I read your comment out loud. Did you hear what I said? Good morning, Lunchbox. How are you doing? I didn't see any of the questions. I read out the whole thing. You said this. I'll read it out loud and I'll tell you the answer again. Is the government shows us what they want us to see. How do you know that's what they are saying is trustworthy? To answer your question, once again, I don't think anything the government says is trustworthy. Who the hell knows if it's trustworthy? Most of it is propaganda. Or even if it's just propaganda. To answer both of those questions, I don't think anything the government says. How do I know that it isn't propaganda? I assume it is propaganda. I assume it is probably propaganda. But a good way to know if it's propaganda or not is to check multiple sources, in-depth articles. Yeah, of course you got to check yourself. That's what I'm saying right now. You got to check multiple sources, in-depth articles. Even those can be psyops. There's a lot of ties between government and corporate media, which is extremely disturbing to me. It should be illegal. Here's an example. Corporate media was controlling the narrative in 2019. They were working directly one-on-one with the government. Meta and Facebook have admitted to being psyoped and coerced into working with the United States government. And that's just one company that has admitted to it. Imagine all the other companies that are working with the government. If Facebook and Instagram and any other meta platforms are working with the government to try to change your opinions, just imagine what other private corporations and media companies are working with the government to change your opinions on things. They control everything. You can't trust CNN. You can't trust Fox News. You can't trust any of them. I just said it probably is a lie. That could be a lie. That even itself could be a lie. But I'm just saying my opinion. I think the government works directly with the big media companies a lot more than they like to tell you. Never had a poor person ever give me a job a day in my life. Want to know why? Because they're poor. Sorry. I just said we don't know if they're lying. All we can do is our best research and theorize. They probably are lying about everything. Our whole life is a lie. Everything is confirmation bias. Elon thought he was going to get favors. And Trump said no. Elon can stay mad. We love Elon though. Dude, I answered your question. I've answered it 2 or 3 or 4 times in a row. Did you hear me? Did everyone else hear my answer to Lavender Angel's super chat? I answered your question. I went in depth. I said, we don't know. We don't know what's real. We don't even know if this reality is real. How do you know that we're even alive? How do you know we're not in an AI software? I answered your question a million times over. Maybe it's I didn't give you an answer you were looking for, but I don't know what answer you were looking for me to tell you. I said we don't know. We don't know what's propaganda. We don't know what's real. Any idea how much it costs to move out of the US? Yeah, I do actually. I've lived in 2 different countries. Depends about how much assets you have and what you got to move. But I don't know why you didn't like my answer. We don't know what is real and what's not real. It's simple as that. Is that the answer you're looking for? It's not 5K, buddy. It's 3K. And there's there's a couple countries you can live in where you don't got to pay double tax. Believe it or not, there's tax treaties. There's tax treaties, there's tax loopholes, and there's tax workaround. You don't have to give up your citizenship to live in another country. I answered his question. Jesus fucking Christ. What is wrong with you people? Mental illness? What question? I read his super chat out loud. The super chat says the government shows us what they want us to see. How do you know what they're saying is trustworthy? You don't know. Second part. Or even just propaganda. You don't know. We don't know if reality is real or fake. Yeah, we agree on this. I realize something is going wrong too. I never said we lived in a perfect life. I never said we lived in a perfect reality. Everyone's brain dead. I'm not talking about you specifically. I gave you my best answer. I answered your question. I just don't like that you said, oh, you didn't answer my question. You said that 2 or 3 times in a row. I read your question out loud 3 times in a row, and I gave you an answer every single time. So I don't know what answer you wanted. I thought I gave you an answer you would like. I thought I gave you an answer you would like and we would both agree on. It's a loop now. Yeah, it's a loop. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. But the first 2 times was probably better than the 3rd time because I already answered it twice in a row. Yeah, I didn't answer it the way he would like, but I don't know what the answer he was looking for was. I told him no one knows if the government's lying to us. I said, I don't even know if we're living in reality. In 2021, Elon Musk paid 11 billion in personal taxes, the most in history. Tell us how the rich don't pay. Well, to be quite honest with you, that's because Elon sold a lot of Tesla stock. You can't avoid capital gains tax. That's one of the taxes where it's damn near impossible to avoid it. Business taxes are much easier to avoid. Much easier. My wife is a mental health therapist. I'm making bank off libs. That's kind of hilarious. I gave a long-winded answer 3 times. What answer do you want? What's your answer? Tell me your guys' answer. Brother, that's not less than 1% of his income. He paid 15 or no, that's probably a 22% capital gains tax. Because he's in the highest bracket of capital gains taxes. I forget what it is, maybe 25%. I answered your question. What answer do you want, brother? What answer do you want? I feel like you're just trolling at this point. I literally gave you probably a 10 or 15-minute response. And you're saying, no, I didn't answer the question the way you wanted. Someone give me an answer to his question. Yeah, I know, nope. I didn't give you the answer you wanted. Nope. I know. Anyone trolling or leaving bullshit comments, I'm just going to kick you out at this point. Joseph, you actually want to answer this question for him, and I can see if your answer is any better than mine? How do we know if the government is telling us the truth, or if it's all just propaganda, or if it's true or not? That was the question, basically. I've tried to be nice. I tried to give a good answer. I don't have anything else to say other than what I said. And I think it was a very reasonable answer. We don't know, bro. That was not the only thing I said, but okay. It's all bullshit, exactly. Clearly restate the question. Have us answer in chat. Okay, you guys ready? How do we know the government isn't lying to us about everything and keeping secrets? How do we know what's real and what's propaganda? That's basically the question. I don't know. It still doesn't let you join the membership, huh? I have no clue about that. Maybe we gotta wait until this evening. Maybe we gotta wait until this evening, probably. We'll find out, I guess. If not today, maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I've been searching on Google about it. I don't understand anything of what's going on. There's a small possibility, maybe because I changed some settings in the membership, that, it's going to take 24 hours now. I don't know. I'm doing something on my Patreon, but don't join my Patreon. Just wait for the membership to come back. Because I would like to mostly focus on the YouTube membership. People would save more money, though, if they just learned how to repair things themselves. I've seen so many usable things get tossed. That's what they encourage nowadays. Yep, that's American consumerism. And that's bullshit too, Freck. It's okay. We'll just wait until it comes back, I guess. Sorry you don't like my answers, but really doesn't matter because you're not the one dropping super chats. So, hasta la vista. Training the public like sheeps to consume. Absolutely. Any more questions, comments, any super chats that you guys might have? If not, I think I'm going to wrap this up in a couple minutes and I'll go live maybe in 30 or something minutes. I'm going to wrap it up in 1 minute, actually. Unless we get a super chat question. This time, since you guys didn't like the last answer, I'm going to give you a way better answer. Promise. I'll make this answer minimum 5 minutes long with detailed, long explanation about it. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. We can talk about different countries. We can talk about the U.S. We can talk about conspiracy theories. We can talk about the U.S. government. We can talk about the EU government. Let me know where you guys are coming from. All the anti-pollution crap on trucks are coming off this year. That is right, sir. And thank God for it. I'll give you guys another 40 or 50 seconds. If you guys got any more questions, topics, discussions, we'll talk about it. If not, we'll be back in maybe an hour, 45 minutes. $30 seconds. 30 seconds, guys. Yes, that makes me so happy as well. So happy. All right, I love you all, guys. Have a great day. You can come join back in about 40 minutes. Golf of America. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Silverados are amazing. Go get you a Silverado. All right, peace out, guys. I'll speak to you guys maybe in 40 minutes.